All right, boys, we back for another one. I'm gonna do War 11 and 12. It's the end of the season, so we just gonna have one a little bit longer of a video. Trying to get this done while I'm at work. I'm really hoping nobody calls me to do anything because my patience for stupid is running thin, and they're full of it here, to say the least. But War 11, let me get off that soapbox because it's just gonna make me sound ignorant. I wonder how weird it sounds coming from a southern guy to say ignorant. But anyways, we're up against Nath this war. It's not a bad war. I am bringing in Nega Teenage Sonic Warrior Warhead. I don't know, NTW. Don't judge my play. I am fairly new with her and I am figuring out what to do. As you can see, because I trigger the reflection right there like an idiot. But, you know, it's a great counter. Very good option here. There's not much to worry about. She just nukes it. Now, I do take a little bit of block damage right there, and I'm like, chill out, bro. But he goes down. I get through it. I don't know. I might have done okay. I'll let people tell me in the comments how bad I probably suck using her. But be alright. So now we're moving up to this absorbing man, and we're gonna use Void. I think this is my only Void fight this war. Now, when I knock him down, it will trigger an armor break, which he is immune to, and thus building charges. But we just don't care at all. As long as we play this right, we don't do nothing stupid, it will not be a factor. And that's the goal here. Okay? He is tactic, so, you know, we do want to take that into effect as well. But, you know, here we go. Here goes nothing. I am going to try and play it slow. Because he's unduped. I got to wait a while to get my first debuff. And then we want to rotate his specials and heavy him, which will also give him more armor breaks and more charges. But hey, what are you going to do? There's just not much way around it, really. So we just try and limit it as much as we can. And so far, the fight's going extremely well. I haven't done anything stupid yet. There we go, get the L2. Look at that. Heavy counter. So far, so well. Okay, take a few hits just because, you know, no sense in wasting the invuln. You know, we might as well get our money's worth, so let him smack us around a little bit. Alright, the power gain triggers, but I timed it quite well with the heal block, so that worked out. And now we're just kind of just killing time here. Go to the L2. I really thought that was going to kill, but he decided to be a little bit of a dickhead and live a little bit longer. So, but now we're going to move into section 2. I'm on past 7 again. We're going to take this Terax with Titania. Not really worried about this fight. I do take it. I approach this fight in a very, very probably too conservative and safe of an approach, which drags out the fight, which sells on fight time. But I'm not going to show the scores in these. We lost. Neither one of them were really that close. So there's that. So we just kind of back off, play around while he's in his rock field. I could have went on and hit him. I had Haymaker up, and I could have used it. But this node does have where you got to knock them down to get the protection off. That I am just now doing 30 seconds into the fight. Because, yeah, I really thought I was going to be able to think of an excuse, but I couldn't. So, yeah, I got nothing. But we're just going to smack him. I let him throw this special. and I lose all of my Furies. And I noticed that, so I'm like, okay, we can't lose all of them. So let's go on and do the L3. And let's start getting some damage going. So that's what I do. And it does pretty good damage. It did alright, and now we back off. And okay. I was about to say, I really wish I stayed aggressive. I timed that L1 perfect to get protection down as it came back up. So, quite proud of myself for that one. I actually did something smart. Because I am not doing much smart in this fight. I mean, it's not a dangerous fight. It's really not. I'm just making this take way longer than what it needs. Like, come on. Does that kill? No, he still lives and throws a special. Okay, alright. There we go. Protection was coming back, trying to get a parry. I don't know. Apparently I was trying to get a parry as you dash back, which is impossible, but I felt the need to try it because, hey, I thought I'd built different. I'm not, but I thought I was. Maybe I'm Superman with an S on my chest and just don't know it. But you wouldn't know by that. I was not Superman. I was Clark Kent in that fight. Sitting here talking about DC playing a Marvel game. This is going so well. Oh well. But we're going to move on to this Korg fight. This should be a nothing fight with this Korg. This is another reason I brought in NTW was for Zemo and this Korg. And it's on a node that is pretty much irrelevant for NTW. I'm not going to try and say her name again. Not going to try and say her name again. Fuck, sometimes I hate being Southern. It's a curse. Pretty sure. But, again, there's not much to this fight. Just, like, I would have to mess up a good bit in order to die because this is such a good matchup. It's just parry, get his rock sacks down, and smash him. Like, that's my plan. That was the whole entire plan. And I believe it goes fairly well. I really do, except for he's being passive right now. And I do tend to stick with the lights. Trying to throw some L2s for some big damage. And, well, I didn't do very well. I gained like 6 incinerates that I let half of them fall off because I'm doing such a good job. But hey, I'm pretty sure nobody is coming to my channel for great gameplay. Because boy, you talking about disappointment if you go down that road. Like, that's all that's going to be there is disappointment. But that time we finally do better and we get more incinerates going. So now I'm like, alright, let's just throw these L1s, keep these going, gain a few more, and let's just let the guy die. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, we'll just let the incinerates do the damage. Because you can tell I'm so worried about fight time. And that's all that fight. So far this war is going quite well. Now we go on to this onslaught that I took last war. I took the first L2 to the face. Because taking things to the face is oh so fun. Okay, I'm going to hold that there. Brent, do not go down that road. Do not go down that road. Okay, anyways. So we go into the fight, and it's a lot of the same strategy. He's going to get his crush when you pass multiples of 10 on your combo. Which he tried to throw a sneaky little L1 right there. That little piece of piss. I got that from my buddy Nobber's video because it really cracked me up. I don't know what it means. I'm pretty sure it's British. But I don't know what it means. I just like saying it. It's really fun. But I get that L2 Dex off, and we're off. Like, this fight. And as I was told in my comments by several people, I got distracted by getting the L2 in the face last time. So I actually had my haymaker up when I did the L3 this time, and you can see a big difference in the damage. I mean, one almost killed him. Honestly, if I'd went for it, it might have actually killed him. So this fight goes way better than the last one. I should have YOLO'd it, but you know, we're playing super safe because I really didn't want to die to this fight. But it just goes way better than the last one. And this is my last fight for this war. This was it. 5 fights. Again, we lost to Nath. Disappointing, but hey, it is what it is. So now we move on to War 12. I have 6 fights. And we are up against MIBR, another alliance that we lost to. You know, I'm going to keep those opinions to myself. But we did lose. We did pretty terrible. But I go up against this Mephisto first on pass 6, and I'm not worried about this fight at all. I did throw, I'm pretty sure I threw on an invuln just in case he got to an L3, because I'm like, bro, I cannot die to a Mephisto. Like, I just can't. The amount of embarrassment I would feel. But as long as I play slow, you know, I'm getting my debuffs up, there's just nothing to really worry about in this fight. You know, there just isn't. I mean, I've got the heal block up now. I've got 3 of my own debuffs up. And I'm playing slow. Once I start getting my debuffs up, I slow it down since I'm unduped, because I can't get Fear of the Void. So when all of mine fall off, I have to start over. So I try really hard not for them to fall off, because I don't want to start back over. And again, we go up to this thing next, and we're gonna void it as well. This one, you just have to make sure you keep a good track of your combos. That's where this fight can get out of hand. And that's the number one thing. Learn how to count. Be good at counting. That's rough telling a redneck to be good at math. It usually doesn't end well. That's all I'm gonna say. Usually numbers and rednecks don't end well. Pretty sure they're stereotypes for a reason. But this fight does go pretty well. With my L1s, I want to end combos at 13 because his L1 is only 2 hits. Just like there, we ended at 13. It'll push him to 15, and then we bait the special. You'll see me end some combos short where I'm trying to make sure he doesn't throw a special because I'm looking at certain numbers. Like right there, ended it short. That way my next combo pushed him to 15, and then I could bait a special. I'm up to 4 of my own debuffs, so I'm going to stay away from my L1 at this point and just try and close it out before my debuffs fall off, and throw an L2 if I need. But I don't know if the L2, yeah, the L2 is not needed. Was not needed. Oh, this war. Oh my God, the photon. My God. I forgot about it. Oh man, y'all buckle in for that fight. Let me get through this NTW and buckle in for that fight. My God. So first let's get through NTW with Ironheart. Not much to worry about. Just her little thing. It'll start out on cooldown. When it pops up, knock her down. Should be all I gotta worry about. Should. But I'm pretty sure I mess up in this fight at some point. I just hadn't figured out where yet or when, but I'm almost certain I do mess up. So we'll figure it out together. It'll surprise us both, I'm sure. So there we go. Alright. Okay, awesome. Let's start out eating an L1, because why not? Okay, baiting heavies. We get our heel block on now finally, okay, and now her precognition, I think I said that right, came back. So we knock it down and the L2 should finish it off. Okay, there we go. Took the L1, but then we nuke it down in 30 seconds. This, okay, look, buckle in. This is going to be a 4-minute fight. I didn't realize, like, in the moment, it was this long of a fight until I was editing. And I was like, man, why is this video so long? And I realized, like, 4 minutes of it was pure fight time. I'm like, oh my God. Because I was just trying not to die in the fight. Like, I just wanted to survive that. I never looked at the clock. Okay, so let's get into this. We start out. Okay, I want to be leery of when she crosses 10 charges. Because when I knock her down, she's going to get Pure of Light. And I cannot dex any of her specials. Okay, so I did throw on an invuln because I figured I'd mess up at some point. She's going to get a lot of regen in this fight as well. Okay, which I was hoping to just reverse. But alright, at this point, I'm already backed in the corner. She's at 11 charges. I know if I knock her down, hey, she's going to get Pure of Light. So I hit into her block and make her trigger it that way. Lucky me, because I'm so smart. Eat a little bit of a heavy, but okay. Overall, not in that much danger at this point. Okay? Alright, so we bait that out. Okay? Now, let's get trying to fight my way out of the corner. I'm doing a very shit job. Okay? Her charges are starting to build up. Back in the corner yet again. Now she's above 10. So I want her to throw this special. Throw it. Come on. Throw it. Won't do it. I'm trying hitting her a few more times. Still won't throw it. And I'm like, uh-oh. Oh, shit. Oh, this ain't good. Oh. Okay, now she's at 16. And I'm like, oh, my God. She threw it, triggering Pure of Light. And so I ate that. And I'm like, I got to get on this corner. Her and Pure of Light, I'm going to eat way too much block damage. So, okay. Let's throw the L3. I know her charges are still high. Alright. So now I'm like, okay, thank God she did not go actually over a bar. So I'm just kind of dancing around with her so I don't take... I'm trying to limit the amount of block damage I get. And I'm like, okay. I'm losing the health battle. Terribly. But it's okay. I was hoping she'd... There you go. She throws the special. Finally. That's what I was wanting her to do. But right here, I got lucky. She was at 9 charges and the special did not trigger it. But she's at 12 and I kind of hit her too much. Really hoping she would just throw it. And of course she does as I dash in, because why wouldn't she? So I throw my relic and I'm like, alright, let me go in and knock her down. Okay, now let's wait out this Pure Light. Let's wait it out, dance around, because I've only got 30% left, so I can't take too much block damage. I eat a little bit. I'm like, okay. Alright, we made it through that Pure Light. Oh, I'm like, man. So at this point, I'm winning the health race somehow. And I'm starting to slowly gain control. But now, as soon as I start gaining control, she gains this unblockable because of all the regens, because I've drugged this fight out so long. And I'm like, okay. So we make it through the unblockable. And I'm like, I've just got to end this fight. Like, I've lost all my debuffs, and now I'm back up to 3 of them. And I eat another L1. So now I'm down to 8%. I was winning the health battle. Now I'm losing it. So I'm trying to just... I just want this fight to be over at this point. So I kind of YOLO it right here. Slow combos into L1. And she dies. Like, my God. I made so many mistakes. I did terrible. But now we move on to node this one. I don't know, 37, I think it is. And it's just a regen node. When you're close to them, you get regens. So all I'm going to do is gain a couple debuffs. I do have Despair maxed. And then we're just going to stay close to him. And we're going to let the regens kill him. That's the whole plan. I will eat a lot of block damage, but it's not going to kill me. This is his last fight, so I don't care about health at all. So I just, we're just going to slow play. Okay. Now I've got one debuff on. Just 2 debuffs. Alright. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Okay, I'm almost to the 3rd. And now I'm just starting to back up because I see I'm getting my 3rd. So it's like, hey, just pound my block. Pound me, but okay, hold on. Pause. I'm looking at him just to hit my block over and over. The regen will start stacking up. It does take a little bit longer to really get started. Because right now I'm like, was this really a good idea? Like, I might have made a mistake. But, now the regen's okay. He's up to 5. Now we're catching up. We're getting somewhere at this point. And now I'm feeling good about it. Okay? And he is just melting now. Yep. Say adios, buddy. Sayonara, bitch. And that's that fight. So now we move on to Node 48, Weapon X. I did kind of steal this fight. Whoops. But this is a great fight for Ironheart. It just is. Even though it is a rank 3 Weapon X. So I know I'm going to trigger Conflictor. Like, I know I am. I learned that lesson earlier this season with Storm X. But I don't care. We're just going to trigger it. Although I do need to throw this special. Come on, buddy. There you go. Now when he throws this, triggers Berserk, we back up, and okay, now it's time to get somewhere. And at this point, we start playing very aggressive. We've got power backs, and we're just going to let the L2 do the work. Back-to-back specials. It almost kills him. And you can see, he just dies. And that's my season. We lost the war. It's not going to show the scores. But hey, until next season, peace.